Gunpla Expo Malaysia is actually happening right now from 24th May to 2nd June at the My Town Shopping Centre. And in case you're wondering where is My Town Shopping Centre, well, it's actually located right next to IKEA Cheras. For Malaysian Gunpla fans, actually we are quite lucky because we get two big Gunpla events every single year. One, of course, being this Gunpla Expo, and also at the year end we get the Malaysia GBWC. So what can you get at the event? Well, you get to see a Gunpla competition happening and also all the upcoming new kits such as the SD Gundam World Sengoku Sokesuden on display. In terms of the Gunpla Expo this year, there's actually a lot of limited edition kits on sale, and surprisingly this year's popular expo kits are all sold out. There's still some available, but the 8 different items are already sold out on the first day itself. So this is actually quite a departure from the previous practice a couple of years back, where they actually changed it to a limited number of quantities of all the different expo kits to be made available every single day. So that kind of give a chance to everyone a fair chance to buy the expo kits in case you really can't go on the first day itself. But this year Bandai decided to swap and change the rules, and basically it is first come first serve. If you get to buy it on the first day, if you get to sell it on the first day, they will sell everything out on the day one itself. So all 8 popular kits, the 00 series, Legend Baby, Superior Dragon Super Metallic, High Grade Gundam Tarantrice Clear Color, Barbatos Astray Red Frame, and also the Master Grade Gundam Fenichi Runasita Clear Color as well, has all been sold out. So that was actually quite a surprise to me, because I've heard that the list of the expo kit this year was not really that popular, but I guess the sales really proved me wrong. All of them are already sold out. Now, interestingly as well, this year in terms of the Gunpla competition, there's close to more than it was more than 70 different entries this year, and there were actually about 10 plus SD Gundam entry, which is quite a lot compared to the previous year. So I'm wondering whether are there a lot more new junior Gunpla builders entering the fray. So if there is, I think that would be great. And if you look at the SD Gundam entry this year as well, they're not just plain vanilla build, with no panel lining, no paint jobs, and you can see here some of them are actually quite elaborate with very nice diorama as well, such as the Kshatriya versus the Unicorn Gundam Destroy mode. So I will say that this is maybe a good trend or a bad trend. Let me know in the comments. Surprisingly as well, there's actually a lot of entries from the new series SD Gundam World Sengoku Sokesuden. So that was actually quite a pleasant surprise that a lot of people are actually entering this as the kit for the Gunpla contest. I suppose the cost of the Sengoku Sokesuden really makes it easier to just buy those kits and just kit bash, because if you make any mistakes on your build, it's really not that expensive to buy another kit and just add in more parts, change it up, and build a very nice diorama such as this one. This one was actually quite interesting with a dragon flying out from the sky together with the SD Gundam World Liu Bei, if I'm not mistaken, that is Liu Bei. So myself and Big Pete, we are going to share what are our top picks from all of the 70 different entries. So here are Big Pete's top picks. Now, in no particular order, Big Pete has shared with us his top picks, and these were his favorite build that he has seen from the show floor when he was filming all this awesome footage. First one is of course the Fomina riding a mobile armor, mobile carry, I don't know what you want to call this guy, but it looks quite interesting, a very unique design, a fresh take, especially with that big Gatling gun on her backpack. Secondly is the Graze or Grace, I don't know how to call the mobile suit, but they look quite interesting. I really like the weathering effect and the details actually putting in terms of decals to make them look really realistic, especially the chipping of paint on the armor of the Graze as well. And finally, Big Pete's favorite build or entry for the Gunpla Expo contest is this guy. This is a very simple 1144 scale Zaku riding a debris from space, crushing a Gyaradoga, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very interesting build. I hope I can replicate this in my next diorama build as well. So while Big Pete is not in the studio to share with us his view because he's busy right now filming at a different location, we do have to thank him for sharing his view on his top 3. So what about me? Well, I actually have 4 of my favorite in no particular order again. First one is this Hainu, Master Grade Hainu. I really like the paint job and the color combination, the pearl ruby red, blood red, I don't know what you call it, the glossy finish on the red, and the white and grey finishing on the Hainu. Looks really good. I really like this design. It's very clean, very basic, but the different color combination really brings out the flavor of the Gundam. And next up is this diorama of the Wing Gundam versus Tallgeese. It's a very elaborate diorama. I'm not sure whether this is 1/4 scale or 1/100 scale, but I have to say I really love the diorama, the build of the damage infused Gundam Wing fighting with the Tallgeese. It's really amazing. I think that guy might actually win the top prize. And finally, oh sorry, not finally, this is my third pick. And you guys will know I love bling bling build kits, right? Especially this gold Musha Gundam. Looks awesome. I think the finishing on this guy, it looks like it's a mix between the Hyakushiki and the Mark II, so that's what and how I see it. Finally, I've always loved hanger base diorama as well. So this Zaku, being hosted in a hangar, being fixed with some of the armor exposed and all his weapons, cannons on the rack, looks amazing. So hopefully these guys will get a placing at the Gunpla Expo for 2019 in Malaysia. Now, some of our observation this year is, of course, as I mentioned earlier, there were a lot of SD Gundam built, so I think that's actually very good. But I do think that in terms of posing, you will see later in some of the entries here in this video, some of the posing of the kits were really basic. It looks almost stadium-like. And I think maybe myself and BP will make a video very soon on how to actually pose your Gundam when you are entering it for a contest. Don't just give it a very basic standing pose, looking left or right and just bending on 1 or 2 arms. It doesn't really bring out the dynamic pose that is capable from the Bobo kit itself. So the kits that you build are actually capable of creating very dynamic poses to make it look a bit more realistic, like as if it's a scene from the anime itself, and that will actually make not only the people who actually see the exhibit during the show, but also the judges will also see how do you actually pose your kits, in addition to how it's well built, how it's painted, the idea behind the diorama. So posing on the kits, I think is very important, and I think that is something that Malaysian builders need to improve upon in GBWC for the year-end contest. Secondly, this year around for mid-year Gunpla Expo, I was quite disappointed that there aren't a lot of big build as we've seen from the previous year. I think previous year there will be at least 1 or 2 very big build that when you see it, you're like, wow, this is almost like a GBWC entry. So I'm not sure whether all the old timers or the big timers are keeping the big entries for GBWC and skipping the Gunpla Expo mid-year. So that remains to be seen. So maybe we want to know where you guys think of the entry this year, because Malaysia has 2 Gunpla Expo. Maybe the mid-year Gunpla Expo is going to be relegated to junior entries like myself. I will probably go into here because the competition won't be as intense as GBWC Malaysia. Let us know what you think about the sudden change in terms of how they sell the expo kits. Obviously, it's very different compared to the last previous few years, where you actually have to be there at the Gunpla Expo on the first day itself to buy the limited edition expo kits that you want, versus how it was sold on limited quantities over a couple of days period. So I think some people were happy because, hey, finally I just get to buy the quantity that I want on the first day itself, so I don't have to waste too much time to go back second day, third day to buy in different quantities, versus some of those people who would probably say that, hey, I can only go on second day or third day, and you really miss out the chance to buy it. If I'm not mistaken, in Japan and other countries as well, if you go to their Gunpla Expos, the kits are generally only made available on day 1, and if you are able to buy on day 1 itself, the kits will be sold out on day 1 itself. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it's sold. So all I want to know is what do you guys think about that? Please leave a comment and say hi to BP as well. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for watching our videos and supporting our channel. It's really awesome that you guys subscribe to our channel and always engaging with us in the comment section, because we are also very active in the comment section as well. So if you guys are around town in Malaysia, do pop by the Gunpla Expo. It's happening right now from 24th May to 2nd June 2019. So once you finish the show, pop by to IKEA and have some meatballs probably, right? So thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe to our channel if you like this video.